Hello, everyone, and welcome to tonight's running of the Over the Top 150 here at Phoenix, Week 3 here in the Xfinity Series at NASRA. And alongside me, as always, my fearless partner, William Tellier. How you doing, buddy?
Man, I'm doing great up here in the booth. It's a little hot here in Phoenix, but I cannot wait to give the folks more action out of the National North American Sim Racing Association.
Man, listen, tonight looks like we got about 20 drivers here starting for the race. And it, iRacing has come out with an update. It's the Week 13 updates. We've got a lot of things that I don't think too many things changed. Um, Let me see if I can't find an update for that. Um, what was I looking for? Oh yeah. Sometimes they change tire models, things like that. So let me see season 4 release notes. Da-da-da. I guess I should have read these beforehand. But I don't think there was anything really. Da-da-da. Looks like a new damage model, but I'm not sure if it's on the Xfinity cars or not. But I'll look at that as we get into the race. But tonight, Phoenix, right now, Dustin Scruggs on top of the leaderboard. Man, every week in and week out, Will, he is up there at the top.
Oh man, that 11 is pushing for victory lane. He wants nothing more than to finally push through here tonight. He's ran top three the first two races of this season here. Scruggs now is going to start from the pole here tonight. It looks like right now with a 27-4. So we'll see if he can finally put that 11 in victory lane, almost like his honorary captain there, Denny Hamlin, with that 11 finishing second
Yeah.
in the race last week in the Cup Series. So we'll see if he can finally put that thing in victory lane. But looking back on last week there, Tim, we had, I think it was Michael win last week at Auto Club. Justin Michael there in that 80, the
Yes.
37 there machine. So, and then Clayton Davis won their first race. So we've had two different winners so far here in this series. Can't wait to see what Phoenix has in store for everybody. A totally different racetrack than what we've been to so far. So we'll see if we can have our third different winner in three races here tonight, Tim.
Yeah, we will see if we will. I'm looking through. Was looking for stage points for Auto Club. So Justin Michael in that number 87 game he had total stage points 20 points last week because he won stage 1, stage 2 and the race. So he really just he capitalized on everything last week. Adam Newbert got 17 points. Rhett Tucker got 13. Dustin Scruggs 12. Robbie Richards 12. Keith Haney 6. Kyle Hess 5. Clayton Davis 5. Uh, Brian Abbott. Brian Abbott. Oh man, I don't know why I struggled with that. 1 point, and Nathan Smith at 1 point. So all those points are going to be huge as we head off into the playoffs.
Definitely, Tim. But taking a look here tonight at Phoenix. And one thing about this series, Tim, it's been competitive throughout this season so far. A lot of different winners. Last week's race at Auto Club was a crazy mess there, Tim. Looking back on that race last week, but right now, still taking a look at qualifying to see what we're gonna start off here on the grid. But Tim, as we're getting things rocking and rolling here, what's some of the names that pop off that grid that might have a chance of putting that car in victory lane here tonight?
Well, I feel like a broken record when I say this, but Rhett Tucker is going to win one here. But also, in the server that you cannot see yet, uh, Raul Meza in that number 37, he's been close for the past 2 weeks. He's been showing what he can do. But then you have people like Brady LaBeouf that can get up there and win. Maybe Clayton Davis can go win a second one, or maybe even Justin Michael will pull back to backs here tonight.
Yeah, maybe, or have our first back-to-back winner here tonight, Tim. And you said there's about 20 cars that are going to take this green flag here tonight at Phoenix. And As we see right now, that grid is set. We're ready to rock and roll here. We're going to have 150 laps here at Phoenix, Tim. And for the folks that are unfamiliar with this track, it's a weird one. It's a hot one.
Yeah, it
Uh,
is.
what's the way to tame this track here tonight?
Well, taming is I it is a good phrase to use because
All
originally.
right, good afternoon,
Oh,
everybody.
give me
Hope
one
y'all
second. I
doing
need
tonight.
to.
I see it.
I typed in the minimum
iRacing came with
speed
an update, so
rule,
I got to
which
get
will
rid
be
of
31.499
chat.
seconds.
Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. iRacing updates always make things crazy, so I know you probably couldn't hear it, Will, but I could hear all the drivers talking, so had to get rid of that. But anyways, here tonight at Phoenix, it's really the tale of almost three separate corners. Because the way this track is designed, let's see if can I pull up the track. All of this information is going to be incorrect that you're going to see on the screen. Don't pay attention to anything but what the track looks like. Because I've hardly ever used this, and I think I'm going to have to start making it to where I can use it. That is what your track looks like right there. That is Phoenix Raceway. And where that red line is going to be your start-finish line. So you see it's traditionally, it's not in a very traditional place. It used to be on the back portion there, right around where that 48 is. That's where it used to be. But then they changed it to kind of being in this spot where it's off the corner, going into another corner. So it's really, and every corner is just different. It looks like it's going to be about 86 degrees here. Is that 244% humidity? Because that's hot.
Oof. That's a hot one too.
I don't know that that's true. I don't think that's true.
Just a little hot.
But that's what these guys are going to be looking here for tonight. As it looks like our pole sitter is going to be. Wait. Hold on. My scoreboard is not correct because I know for a fact Ted Wade did not get the pole. Give me 1 second. Sometimes it takes a while for this thing to fix itself.
And as you're getting that fixed, Tim, I want to run the folks at home through our breakdown here tonight. We're going to have one stage of 35 laps. Stage 2 is going to be 75 for a total of 150 here tonight. We're going to have 4 sets of tires on that machine here tonight. I'm probably going to start with 1 and then have 4 sets in the garage from what I'm looking at. 75% fuel capacity here tonight, 0 fast repairs, and things are about to get on and popping here at Phoenix.
Man, this is some reason it's not working correctly. This green flag is underway here. Dustin Scruggs is going to bring us to the green flag. As we see drivers, they're going to use this entire track from the top to the bottom. We're going to see that a lot tonight. So riding on board with Dustin Scruggs right now. Do not pay attention to the scoreboard at the moment. Still getting that to reset itself. It may take a couple of laps. They have not pushed out an update with iRacing's update, so things could get hairy for me.
Things are getting hairy on the track so far here tonight, Tim. As you can see, some of the drivers are going to go to that low side here on the corner. We're going to complete already our second lap of the race here. Ooh, already some guys getting really loose there on the back. And tonight, folks, we have no fast repairs with these race cars. So if you get an incident, you have a little accident on the track, could be the end of your night here. As we see a battle for the lead taking place now as we cross the start-finish line here on lap number 3. Digging down to the corner right now, still battling it up there. Looks like Michael has wasted no time in getting up there to the lead in that 87 machine, trying to go back-to-back like Drake here tonight. As we head down the backstretch right now, heading towards corner number 3. The 87 is going to lead the way down into the corner. In the onboard ride with the number 11 machine. I do believe the 87 is going to cross that line here on lap 4, leading him down to corner number 1.
And that 87, you know, he's been really strong the past 2 weeks. He's started on the pole last week. This week he started in 3rd place. able to get out there and take over right away. Doing a great job in that number 87 Toyota.
Yeah, making that Toyotas look good here tonight at Phoenix right now as he tries that low side just a little bit on the exit of 1. Heading down the dogleg right now onto 2. Around 3. Still rocking around the corner here. And I head down the little backstretch here at Phoenix right now. Still leading the way in that 87. Still hitting those lines here. Ooh, big move from the second place car right there to go right up on that back bumper. Getting that first-hand point of view as we're going to cross that start-finish line here now on lap number 4. 87 still leading the way.
I believe we're on like lap 5 or 6, trying to get. Yeah, we're on lap 5 now.
There we go. We're good, folks. Thanks for sticking with us here at 10-4 Broadcasting. You see the 87 of Michael is still leading the way there. Dustin Scruggs right behind him in that number 2 machine. You see Wade, Tucker, and Davis is the 3, 4, and 5 right there on your screen if you're watching along with us here at 10-4 Broadcasting on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. The 87 machine of Michael wasted no time in getting back up to the lead, basically picking up where he left off last week at Auto Club. A short drive from California to Phoenix here is seen as though it's paying off dividends here as he's still leading the way here at Phoenix. And ooh, brushes the wall though.
Woohoo! I'm telling you, coming off of that turn, I guess you would call it turn 2. Yeah, sorry, I get confused. Coming off that turn 2, as you see Scruggs here dive deep down to the inside. They're going to use every single inch of this track heading down the front stretch as he overtakes that 87. But 87 is trying to make that crossover move on and get to the inside. Not there. But coming off that corner, that wall comes up quick. I'm telling you, Will. And these guys are going to smack it a couple of times. And also want to remind everybody that there is not any fast repairs tonight. So any damage you incur could affect your pit stop.
Yeah, definitely here on lap number 9. It's still Scruggs leading the way there in that 11 machine. Michael in that 87 is right there as well, Tim. Another driver to keep an eye out for is down just a little bit there on that grid down to 11th as Meza right there. Meza's did a great job here this season racing inside of the top 5. I believe he finished 3rd or 4th last week here in the North American Sim Racing Association. So a driver with a lot of consistency. One of those drivers we're going to see maybe pull through here tonight as we're briefly 3 wide there on the exit of corner. That's a battle for 3rd place taking place behind these leaders here. As you see the 11 gets a little sideways there on the corner, able to maintain now. Going to go around the little tiny backstretch here at Phoenix down into the last corner. Across that start-finish line here. Still the 11 of Scruggs here leading on lap 11.
I'll tell you, this is, for me personally, one of the harder tracks for me. I don't know why I cannot. Just heading off into turn 1 and 2, I carry too much speed. And I'm in that lane typically where Scruggs is right now. No, the 87 pushes really hard, gets really tight, has to let off a lot. That is me. The 87, what he just did, is what I struggle with at this track. Just getting there too hot. Excuse me, and not letting the car roll through the corner. That is one of the struggles I have, and that's probably some of the things we're going to see here tonight as we're going to go back and take a look through the field. Keith Bradley in that number 29 retro Kevin Harvick look right there, up 5 spots since the drop of the green flag, doing a great job here battling for 4th place right now. Well, 3rd, 4th, and 5th technically is the battle right now.
Yeah, right there. You see your boy Rhett Tucker there in that 99 machine staying consistent right there. Trying to hold on to the 3rd position right now as we dig down into corner number 1. A big move out of the 99 to throw the block on the 2 machine. The 2's got that flames coming off the top of that hood right there. That's the 2 of Wade right there. Still trying to hang with the 99. The 99 has cleared for 3rd position. No change yet with the lead. They're still battling it out up there as well. We were 3 wide for this position just a few laps ago, but you see right in the corner of your screen, see the 87 of Michael's thinking about making a pass on Scruggs in that 11. But they've cleared themselves from the 3rd place position, Tim.
Yeah, they've got about a 2-second gap, well, 1.5-second gap here behind these guys. And these guys are, whoa, you see Rhett Tucker almost smacked the wall there coming off the corner. These guys are trying to do everything they can to just kind of make it through that first set of pit stops. I believe you said lap 35 is going to be our, whoa, right across the front end. That was close.
Yes, sir. Lap 35 is going to be the... Whoa, no, the one car sideways there on the track, able to save that car right now. That's the one of Davis right there. Got sideways. What an awesome job of saving that race car right there on the corner. Follows right back into 6th position, right outside of the top 5. No loss in position, though, for him, Tim. Great job of maintaining speed and just sliding right back into position.
Yeah, that could have been catastrophic for him. That's our Daytona winner right there in that number 1. Able to save it, keep it going, and was able to keep it from getting any damage as well.
Whoa! That's going to be some damage on that one machine, though. On the exit of the corner, he brushes the topside wall right there. He's fighting that thing around the track now, Tim. Really trying to hold onto that car there. Clayton Davis in that one machine. Trying to catch that draft of the 29 of Bradley right there. He's just not going to get it there on the exit of on the corner. Still fighting that thing around the racetrack here, Tim. And for the folks watching at home, with no fast repairs, you see him get a little sideways once again. No fast repairs on a track like this. You're going to brush the wall a few times. How difficult is it to maintain that race car throughout the race?
It's it's a battle. I'll tell you that right now. Because the entire time you're going to be trying to, you got to save those tires. You've got to keep it off the wall. As you've seen here, a couple of guys have not been able to do so, and it becomes very difficult as the laps tick down. So these cars get tighter, also looser at the same time, just depending on where you are in the track, coming off the corner and going into the corners. You see the back end just step out just a little bit on that number 1. So he's kind of battling the situation of a loose/tight race car, and we've got a caution flag. Looks like Jared Barclay in that number 10.
Yeah, looks like we do have our first caution on the track here, Tim. Change of pace, what we saw at Auto Club last week. I believe we didn't see a caution until towards the end of the race. Maybe a couple cautions there, if I believe. I believe last week's race was pretty clean, but rocking that same scheme as a driver we all remember, Danica Patrick there. Same font of that number 10 machine on the side of that race car. We'll have to take a look at what happened there with Barclay there. New name in the mix here of the North American Sim Racing Association. Looks like he's going to go ahead and park that thing and probably head out. As we see right now, taking a look at that 10 machine's really low there, Tim.
Yeah, trying to see, for some reason, something's going on here. Give me 1 second as I set up the replay. I do apologize. Replay stuff is, like I said, it's going to be weird for this week, but next week everything should be good to go. Trying to see where this situation happened for him. And a lot of front end damage incurred. And that's going to be an interesting one, Will, what I'm about to show you. Not sure what he was trying to accomplish here, but I was in the right spot, but it didn't look right when I was there. He's going to come here through the corner and just kind of go down to the apron and come to a complete stop. I'm unsure what he was trying to do, but it caused a caution.
Yeah, and I see why there, a slow race car on the track there on the apron. Could have been just the heat got to him. We took a look at that humidity on the racetrack. His in-car cooling system could have broke on that machine. The 10 car looks like he even called it a day when he hit pit road. Took that thing to the garage. So it looks like Barclay's night's going to be over here at Phenix there. Going to roll out 16th position here out of 18 cars. Not the way that he wanted to make his debut. I don't think we've seen him in the field so far here yet, Tim, in week 3, but definitely not the way to get things rolling here. As we take a look right now on lap 22, we're going to have about 13 laps to go. If we go green now, we're probably looking at around 11 or 12 once things get all settled out here, Tim. But so far, no change in the leaders. It's still Michael in that 87, still Scruggs in that 11, battling it out up there. But you also have Rhett Tucker in that 99 that you always like to call out every race there. Tim's up in the 3rd position. And with the things bunched up now here on this green flag, once we go green, it's going to give Rhett Tucker a chance in that 99.
It really is, and it looks like he's going to be starting behind the leader. So that's going to give him the best advantage on this restart to get a good start. Well, I guess depending on if the leader takes the inside lane or the outside lane, I would imagine he's going to take that inside. So Rhett Tucker would be starting behind that number 87 on that inside lane, which would give him an advantage over his teammate in that number 11 as well. And then Ted Wade would be starting on the outside lane behind that number 11. So also, just want to do a quick update too. One of the guys we talked about during the pre-race, Rawl, in that number 37. He's up 6 spots since the drop of the green flag. Also, that 78 just in front of him, up 8 spots since the drop of the green flag. So, both these guys trying to make their way through the field and get up front and compete for this win. And last week we saw Keith was doing a fantastic job before unfortunate wreck took him out at Auto Club. So, he's looking to redeem himself here tonight, as it looks like the pace car is off and we're about to go green flag racing.
Here we go. Green flag is in the air. As you see, we're going to coast up to that restart zone here, the Geico restart zone. It's going to be Michael taking him win that 87 there to the green flag here. Lap 23 here live on 10-4 broadcasting. We're live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. As we're cruising up to that, we'll see who gets the good restart here. Right now, as we hit that restart zone, it looks like right now it's going to be the 87 that takes off there.
Yeah, look at that. Like I said, Rhett Tucker gets a great start right behind him. Dives to the inside, trying to pass his teammate there. And look at that 29 up there as well. He's really putting the heat on here in the late stages of stage 1.
Yeah, right now it looks like a battle is going to be taking place for second position as the 87 has cleared the rest of the field. As we're digging down into the corner right now, Scruggs and Tucker are side by side right now in the corner, but there goes the 2-car of Wade thinking about going 3 wide.
Man, he's trying to push that. They're almost 4 wide here as they come down the start-finish line. And Rhett's going to still side by side with his teammate, trying to get around him. And that 4-car got real close to that wall. I think he may have hit the wall. I heard somebody hit the wall. Oh, he hit the wall there.
Newbert just tapped the wall. Looks like he might tap it again. Saves it there. He's going to take some damage to the side of that race car there. And Newbert ran a really good race last week at Auto Club as well. One of those names that was in the mix for the win. Just wasn't able to put that 4 machine in victory lane right now. But he's going to lose some positions on the track with that scrape on the wall. Like he's going to fall all the way back down into 6th position when he was working his way up through the field. He's going to gain 1 position back there. Lost it for just a second there to Clayton Davis. As we dig down into the corner, no change in the lead just yet. That 87 is free and clear. Loving that cool air up there in the lead. It's nice and chilly up here, but it's not chilly on the track. Our things is heating up for that second position. Almost 3 wide once again there, Tim.
Yeah, and Rhett Tucker now finally able to complete that entire pass over his teammate. Now it looks like Ted Wade is trying to make his way around Dustin Scruggs. Now Scruggs going to go to the inside of that 99, heading off into turn 3 and 4, coming down the start-finish line. Going to be side by side. Oh, he gets tight. Ted Wade gets into the back of him.
No! And they wrecked. Oh, no.
Man.
Oh, no. Dustin Scruggs. You got Wade mixed up in that. Man, that was tight there, Tim.
You know, and that was an unfortunate racing situation because we're going to go back and take a look at it. But to me, it looked like the 11 was checking up because he didn't want to run over Rhett Tucker, the 99, to the outside. So in that checkup, or he even just simply just let off the gas a little bit more than the 2-car did, and the 2-car just couldn't anticipate that happening soon enough and just goes right into the corner panel of that number 11 as we go back and take a look here.
Getting that 10-4 broadcast and replay revved up for you folks at home that are watching along with us here at 10-4 broadcasting on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. If you're listening to just the audio version of us here tonight, man, that was our second caution of the night. The first caution was a driver got a little bit too overheated, to say the least there. Tim decided to park that race car and call it a night. But now we actually have some action on the track as we have that replay revved up for you now.
As you see here, going into the corner, I'm going to give you a slow-mo of it. You see the 11 just in front of the 2, and you see he closes that gap real fast. The 11's off the gas right here, and the 2 just gets right into the back of that 11. Luckily, the 11 was able to keep it off the 99, and I think I thought the 1 may have cleared the situation, but he actually got into the 2. Oh, the 29 just scrapes by just barely. Look at, he's kind of sideways getting around the situation, and then everybody
I think
else does a great job at missing it after that.
I think the one of Clayton Davis might be all right. He took a little bit of a scrape on the side. But as far as making hard impact with another race car, it looks like he might be okay there. You see him right there on the corner of your screen there, folks. Do the one car. Gonna be on the low side of this here. You see Wade and Scruggs get mixed in. You see him make contact with the 2, and that's pretty much all the contact he's going to take there. And then he's going to clear the rest of the incident. So maybe just a little bit of a right front fender damage there, but nothing too major there for Clayton Davis. But as we have our first caution of the night here, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to see if we can't get last week's winner in for a chat. It looks like he's picked up where he left off last week in that 87, and see if we can't get Justin Michael on the radio here. Hey, Justin, this is Tim and Will up here in the 10-4 broadcast booth. You got a copy?
Sure do, sir.
Man, you were picking up where you left off last week at an auto club. It was a short drive from Phoenix, or from California to Phoenix here. What's been the thing so far that's put you out in the lead, and what makes this track so difficult?
Well, I didn't really have much practice compared to the other people, so I was way off the pace even for qualifying. So I'm kind of surprised I'm up here. I figured, Dustin would pull away from me there, but I think he was just really burning his tires up that line he was taking. So I think that really helped me a lot.
Yeah, we saw once you cleared, and then once you had that first restart, you basically just separated yourself from the rest of the field. Coming to this from a win last week at Auto Club, how good do you think your chances are here tonight going back-to-back like Drake?
Well, hopefully pretty good. Right now we're in a position to do it, so we just got to stay clean and stay up here, and hopefully we'll get a stage win here in just a second.
Yes, sir. I believe we're going to have at least 2 or 3 laps here, basically essentially a green-white checkered here to end this stage out. But, Justin, we appreciate you taking the time with us here tonight, man, and we'll probably talk to you soon here.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. That was Justin Michael there, Tim, and Justin, last week's winner at Auto Club, comes into this race with a lot of confidence, so we'll see what he can do here tonight. But here we go, folks. We're going to go green flag racing here once again at Phoenix.
And green flag is in the air. And once again, that 87 going to get a great launch on the inside. 29 to his advantage as well. That's going to hurt Rhett Tucker this time. Look at this. Clayton Davis going to the way inside, trying to get around that 99, heading off into turn 1 and 2. Side by side. Man, all through the pack. Double foul.
Whoa, tight off the exit of the corner there. Rhett Tucker, you see him brush the wall just a little bit there in that 99 machine. Going to stay behind Bradley in that 29. Clayton Davis in the 1's going to keep to the low side right there. As we come around the corner to the start-finish line here, we're going to have 1 lap to go here. Or 2 laps to go, excuse me, here in stage number 1. Clayton Davis in that 1 machine's now got Bradley comes out of nowhere. The 29 makes contact with Clayton Davis. Clayton Davis is sideways on the track. He saves it briefly. Goes to the low side, makes contact with the low side wall. Doesn't take anybody else out, though. No caution on the track, which is the worst case scenario there for Clayton Davis.
Man. And Keith Bradley just, it's so difficult to hold that inside line heading into turn 1 and 2 that you're going to see that time and time again on these restarts, that guys are going to think that they can hold that inside lane and just scoot up the track and take him out. And the result of that, Rhett Tucker lost spots. He's back to 5th place. Robert Richards up to 3rd. Adam Newbert up to, in 3rd. Robert Richards up to 4th in that 48. Had a great car last week as well.
Yeah, and the 29 machine on the radio is probably just saying, what had happened? What had happened back there? Because you see the 29 cleared that completely. Now up to the 2nd position. One guy that has no idea what's going on behind him that's the 87, Michael. All these guys could be wrecking, making contact with each other. Doesn't bother him a bit here as we're going to cruise across that start-finish line here. He's going to take stage number 1. No competition on his hands so far. He's going to get some of those stage points here as we cross that line at lap 35.
Now, something that may happen. Okay, caution does come out. I didn't know if they were going to count the last caution as like the end of stage 1, because sometimes depending on how close it is, they will do that, but not tonight. It is going to be stage 1 winner again. If we're keeping score, Will, he's won 4 stages in a row right now.
Yes, sir.
So,
Definitely the
hot
the
seat,
most
baby.
consistent. Yeah, oh yeah, definitely a hot seat for him here tonight. Definitely one of the most consistent drivers we have so far here. Week number 3 of, how do you say it, Tim? You got a good acronym for it.
NASRA.
NASRA. There we go. But
He's a
definitely a guy to watch out for here. Justin Michael in that 87 machine. Looks like we're going to head down pit road. Yep, we're going to head down pit road here, I assume, for some tires there, as these guys are only running 4 sets here tonight. Probably throw a new set of tires on that thing to make it to stage number 2 here. But Tim, not a lot of action so far. We've seen a couple wrecks, just 2 wrecks so far here. Of course, we had a driver that parked it. We're going to see Clayton Davis going to try to keep that race car out front after he just lost a lot of positions on the track. But so far, it's just really been Justin Michael in that 87. You know, he said when we just spoke to him just a little while ago, once he overtook Dustin Scruggs there for the lead, you know, he hasn't had much competition since then.
right, and in the case of that number 1 car, he went down pit road during that last caution. He got 4 fresh ones. He had a 26-second pit stop, so he had all the repairs he needed. He went down pit road on lap 20. So he's only got 18 laps on those tires. So he's going to take position over going down pit road and getting that thing fixed.
Yeah, that's a good move there because we saw Clayton kind of work his way up inside the top 5. Unfortunate contact there with another vehicle sent him to the low side. He made damage there on the inside wall there, Tim. But worst case scenario for him was that he didn't make contact with anybody else, so no yellow flag came out. So what that had, you know, Clayton, I believe, slipped maybe almost outside of the top 10 because of that incident. Some smart move of keeping that one machine out on the track.
Yeah, definitely a smart move because now we're going to go to lap 75. I believe it's lap 75. So he should be good to go. Just hold on is pretty much what he's going to have to do in this next one. Yeah, so stage 2, lap 75. So he's only about 35 laps away from that. As we are just waiting for the pace lights to go off. They should go off this time. And you know, something else that's unique about this track, Will, that would mess me up as somebody who has to lead this field to the green. You look at where the pace car goes down pit road. It's a whole straightaway and a turn that he disappears. So you've got to keep everybody racked up all the way through this whole area to bring them right here to this Geico restart zone. That's a long way for you to be leading the field to bring them back green.
It's a weird one for sure there, Tim. I know NASCAR's talked about getting rid of Auto Club, but this Phenix course, I'm telling you, it's a weird one. Got me a little confused when we started out the race here. They have a little baby backstretch there, and then you come around the corner and the start-finish line's right there. So it's like you get a little bit of a run. You have to slow the race car down for just a split second. Then you have to get right back on the gas and make sure you cross that start-finish line there ahead of the next guy. So it's definitely a weird course here. I'm not a big fan of it being the championship race either, just because of the dynamics of the track. But here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The green flag's going to drop here once again on lap number 40. This is week 3 of NASRA, as Clayton Davis is going to take the green flag here down into the corner.
And this is the over-the-top Designs 150 here at Phenix. As these guys, like I said, just waiting for that Geico restart zone. They're approaching it right now. That number 1 is going to be able to get a hot start here. There it is, green flag, and that inside lane is going to take off. And that 87 is going to be able to clear that number 2 as well really fast.
And you see the 87, Justin Michael's going to try to fight his way back up to the top. You see the 2 car of Wade right there. Rhett Tucker, that 99, has climbed his way back in. But look now, the 29 of Bradley's right there as well, as it is tight coming off the corner there, Tim. As we're down the baby backstretch right now, down into corner number 3 and 4 right now. Still battling it out. Clayton Davis did a great job of holding on to the lead so far. We crossed that line at lap number 42. Got Justin Michael right behind him in that 87. Rhett Tucker in that 99. And Wade are side by side. It's really tight right now in the corner, Tim.
I'll tell you what, something I noticed on that restart. That number 48 of Robert Richards, came real close to that inside wall here coming off into the final turn right here. He got way down there close to that pit wall. I thought he was going to hit it, but ended up not doing so as Clayton Davis is still your leader. But now to the 87 is going to go to the inside. Rhett Tucker trying to make it 3 wide for the lead. Man, and now Justin Michaels takes back what is his as the 99 is on the back bumper of that 87 coming off of turn 4.
Yeah, Rhett Tucker and the 99's pushing the 87 along now down into the corner. They're both trying to overtake Clayton Davis for the lead. Looks like the 87 is going to inch that fender right in front of him. He's going to overtake. Big move from the 87 of Justin Michael right there. Rhett Tucker is going to go along with him in that 99. Looks like Bradley's going to follow in that 29 as well. In just a matter of seconds, it looks like Clayton Davis is going to drop all the way down into 4th position.
Not so fast. Clayton Davis still fighting on the outside lane, keeping the 29 behind him right now, but heading off into this turn. And Rhett Tucker going to go to the lead. Just as I looked away, Rhett Tucker, now your new leader, goes to the inside of the 87 and leads them to lap 45 to overtake this lead for the first time today.
Yeah, you see Rhett Tucker in the 99 now leading Justin Michaels in the 87. You saw Rhett slip just a little bit there on the grid down to that 6th position. Now leading the way.
Stack up back here in the back. Clayton Davis slammed that wall, which started a chain reaction between the 48, the 2, and the 4. Ted Wade smacked the back end of that car. You see a hole in the front of his car right now. Smacked the back end of that one and also smacked the whole right side into the wall. So some big damage for that number 2 of Ted Wade now. Man. And look at that. Clayton Davis get a close-up of that. Massive damage to the right front of that thing.
Yeah, he's holding on to that race car here tonight. Just seeing what he can get out of that number 1 machine as he loses another position on the track. Here comes Richard in that 48. Going to put him another position down there. So he's all the way down to 5th position here, Tim, on the restart. He started first, but it didn't take long for the rest of the field to overtake him, as it looks like a few other drivers are going to make a pass on him as well. Here comes the 4 of Newbert to the inside on the corner. Going to easily clear him there on the corner. Looks like he's got a line behind him that wants to follow him as well.
Yeah, now these two, we're looking at the 2 cars that are kind of just sticking around to make it through this stage. Is that number 1 and number 2 kind of holding a couple people up? Kyle Hess and that 86 trying to get around him. Rawl trying to get around him, and now that 2 trying to get back around that number 1 as they head off into turn number 3 and 4. 86 going to go to the inside of the 1. This is a battle to pretty much stay in the top 10 here. You got a bunch of guys, the 55 right here, trying to get around to the 37. So, they're going to get tight 3 wide. They're going to take the 1 car.
Yeah, that 1 car is just sliding fast here, Tim. With no fast repairs on the racetrack, the 37 is going to get squeezed just a little bit. Now you see Davis is going to slip almost outside of the top 10. Oh, big run out of the 37 there. Had to check up a lot there on the corner there, Tim. And this was one of those drivers I told everybody to watch out for here. He has a lot of speed on the track. He's just going to be able to maintain that race car around the track. You somehow had to check up there on the corner.
And now Keith setting his eyes on that number 1 now as they come out of the corner. Going to go to the inside here. Looks like he's trying to take the 55 with him. That number 1 is struggling. He's got older tires, about 20 laps older than the rest of these guys, but he also now has a lot of damage to that number 1. But back up front, Rhett Tucker is your leader in that number 99. Overtook Michael a couple of laps ago, about 6 laps ago. So through the field right now at lap 51, got Rhett Tucker in first, Justin Michael in second, Keith Bradley in third, Robert Richards in 4th, Adam Newbert in 5th, Ted Wade in 6th, Kyle Hess in 7th, Raul Meza in 8th, Keith Haney in 9th, and Clayton Davis is going to round out your top 10.
Yeah, Clayton Davis has lost about 9 positions in the last 5 or 6 laps. He slipped quick, fast, and in a hurry there, Tim. As right now, that 99 machine of Rhett Tucker, who we saw drift back into about the 5th position, has worked his way back up there as well. But we see the regular players, if you will, here and NASRA up here in the top 5. Of course, you have Wade up there. You have Newbert. Richards, who you just spoke about, running really consistently so far here in week number 3. Bradley is really showing out here tonight at Phenix, the 29 machine. We haven't seen really much in contention so far here early on in this season. But of course, Michael is last week's winner in that 87, and Rhett Tucker, who's just had tough breaks here in the first couple weeks of the season. Looks like he's tired of the bad luck here. Has that 99 machine out in victory lane. But look, now the 87's trying to push right there as we come across the start-finish line here on lap 55.
Yeah, now he's really gaining it. At one point, Tucker had over a half a second lead over that 87. That's now down to about a piece of paper at this point. 87 is all over the back bumper of that 99. And going to go to the inside here, trying to complete that pass going into turns 1 and 2. You got to make sure he don't push it too hard in there. Both drivers doing a great job holding their line. Coming off the corner, Rhett Tucker is going to be able to have the momentum to keep that lead as they head off down the backstretch, heading into turns 3 and 4 now. Oh, man, Rhett Tucker let off really soon, and the 87 is sideways.
Oh, man.
Woo! And I'll tell you what, Will.
87 was sideways.
He had to do that because Rhett checked up way before he expected it. He didn't want to get into the back of that 99 because it would have taken them both out. So he now lost over a second just trying to correct himself, keep it going. And now I think he may be thinking, okay, maybe I should just relax for a little bit.
Yeah, what a sign of respect, though, for that 87 machine. Any other driver probably would have put that nose right in the back bumper of the driver in front of him. Whether it took you out or not, would have tried to fight for position. The 87 took that side, went sideways on the track, saved his race car, saved Rhett Tucker's 99 as well. Still in that second place position here, Tim, with no damage. Looks like the 87 is going to waste no time trying to catch that 99 once again. Looks like that gap is closing once again.
Yep, back down to under a second. Going to come across for lap 58 here. Let's go check on a couple of drivers. Phil Pappas in that number 8. He's back here currently in 12th. It looks like he's tagged the wall a couple times. May have possibly gotten rear-ended too. There's a lot of damage to the back of that filter time Camaro. This is all about, one of the hardest things for a track like this, Will, is anticipating when the driver in front of you is going to check up. And you see Dustin Scruggs is all the way back here in 15th right now. This is not what we would expect from him.
No, and this just seems like a track about 59 laps in here at Phoenix. It just seems like a track that I'd just be shaking my head the whole time. Doesn't seem like a fun track to drive here, Tim. Looks very frustrating if you're not out in the lead all by yourself. I mean, just trying to pass people, making those runs. As you were just saying, you have to calculate when you can, ride that draft into the guy in front of you, when you can make a pass. As you see, we have a pass going to take place here, but then you have to almost check up to the guy in front of you because you could have a huge run coming up off the corner. But if you don't clear just enough, as we have a battle for the lead ensuing right now, the 87 has Michael, has popped Rhett Tucker at 99. Oh man, he's to the inside. So if he has enough, just as we were talking about passing here at Phoenix, Tim, they're putting on a prime example of how difficult it is as they're still battling out there for the lead.
Yeah, that 87 is really pushing that thing to its limits, trying to stay right there with Rhett Tucker. He's going to try to go to the outside, but Rhett's going to close the door, maybe. Oh, man. Oh, and he's sideways again.
Oh, Nelly, as he saves that thing coming off the corner.
Unbelievable. I mean, this is a prime example of a driver who is driving the wheels off of this thing. Literally. He was almost 2 seconds back, gained all that back. Now he's lost over half a second. Now he's going to gain it all back, try to gain it back again. Rhett Tucker looks like he's just kind of just riding in his line. Not really, it's not affecting him what's happening.
Yeah, that 99 is doing a great job of holding on to that lead, but here comes the 87 once again, trying to eat up the yellow dots like Pac-Man here at Phoenix. You see him right behind the 99. Oh, man, another big run off the corner there, Tim. The 87 looks like to have the car here tonight, but he is not in the lead. That is Rhett Tucker in that 99 machine still leading the way here as we dig down to the last corner here coming off the baby backstretch. Going to go across the start-finish line here on lap 64. Going to have about 11 laps to go in the stage. Michael's trying to go back-to-back stage wins here as he's right back on the back bumper of Rhett Tucker in that 99.
You almost have to say back-to-back-to-back-to-back stage wins here because he won all 3 last week. He's won the first one here tonight, and he's setting his eyes on winning another one.
Yeah, see, he might have been the last one to leave Auto Club last week. He celebrated just a little bit too much there on the West Coast. Hopped in that trailer, head just a few hours to Phenix. He said, I haven't practiced much. He said, I haven't really done anything here at this track. And he was surprised to be leading the race here, but we are not surprised up here in the booth with the speed of that 87. He is right back on the back bumper of the 99. He said to skirt that thing sideways twice now. He has so much speed catching that 99.
Man, his closing rate on the 99 is so crazy, but Rhett is meticulously planning each spot where to put the vehicle. He's not putting it in a spot where he's harming himself, but he is forcing Michael to look outside the box and try to figure out where he wants to make this pass, because he has not been able to complete it yet as they come off down the backstretch. He's trying to go to the inside, but he's got to hold it as he goes into the turn. This is where he keeps getting sideways, but he's holding it down this time.
He's holding it down. He's right there. Woo! Almost makes contact with the 99, still on the side door of the 99. The 99 is going to just get a bigger run off the corner. The 87 gets a big run into the corner there. 87 so door to door with the 99. Ooh, so close. They get sideways again. The 87 able to save it though. They're still side by side too.
Heading off into turn 3 and 4. The 87 finally reassumes the lead. Oh, almost tags the wall, but now the 99 is going to go to the inside here off of the front stretch. Trying to dive down under him. Not enough there, though. Rhett Tucker falls back into second place, and now Rhett Tucker is going to be having to reel him in to get back around him as we got about 6 laps to go here in this stage.
Yeah, when the 87 cleared that 99, the 99 said, oh, man. He said, I relinquished my position. Now it's going to be hard to get it back. Just like when Anakin Skywalker joined the dark side, it was hard to get that boy to come back to the light. As you see, that 87 is now clearing that 99 right now. And now patting that lead there as you see the 99 starting to panic just a little bit, getting a little loose there on the corners. As he starts to see that thing, the 87 drift off space.
Looking on board right now of Keith Bradley sitting in 3rd place right now, up 7 spots since the drop of the green flag. You see how this battle has really cooled off now, over a second difference between Michael and Tucker, as now Bradley sets his eyes on the number 99.
Yeah, what I'm afraid of is that Rhett Tucker may have used up that machine there, fighting Michael there for that lead, may have used up just a little bit too much tires, throwing those blocks, riding those corners as hard as he did, because as you just mentioned, the 29 of Keith Bradley's now trying to make a run on the 99. With about 4 laps to go here in this stage, it looks like Justin Michael is going to go ahead and get that stage victory here once again, Tim, and really showing us how it's done here at Phoenix.
Man, you know, it's funny to me when a driver comes in and talks with us and says, oh, you know, I didn't get much practice here, yada, yada. But if you're driving like this, I would hate to see you have practice because you probably just go out there and dominate.
Yeah, and it looks like he's doing just that here tonight. Maybe it's almost a case of, you know, you put too much work in, you study too much for the test, you don't do well on the test because you spend too much time studying. The 87 of Michael came off a win last week at Auto Club, figured I'll just jump in that race car here tonight. I'm slow in qualifying. That's okay. The boys will get the car right. And the 87 here tonight is the fastest car on the track without a doubt, winning stage number 1 here so far with 2 laps to go here in stage number 2. Looks like foreseeing an unfortunate event up there at the top, the 87 is going to win stage number 2 as well. But it looks like we have a battle for second position right now between Bradley, the 29, and Rhett Tucker in the 99. Trying to hold off the 29 now, but the 29 is right there on the back bumper too.
Yeah, 29 trying to get around that 99, get second place bonus points here tonight for stage number 2, but the 99 is not going to give up just yet. I believe Rhett maybe have eased those tires during that battle with the leader.
Yeah, I think so too, Tim. You might have to head down pit road here when you get this caution break. Still trying to hold on to the position here for second place. We'll see if Bradley makes a move here on this last lap. We're heading down the baby backstretch right now, down into corner number 3. The battle is really for second position right now, as Justin Michael has cleared almost a 2-second, 3-second lead on Rhett Tucker now, as we have 1 lap to go here in stage number 2. Is the battle on the racetrack right now for the second position.
Man, and they are going at it hard. Keith Bradley able to get to the back bumper of the 99, but he's not able to complete that pass. As, by the way, Michael has gotten almost a 3.5-second lead over these guys.
See right now as we're heading down into the corner right now to the baby backstretch. No, this is going to be it to end the stage here. Rhett Tucker is going to come home second place in this stage. Looks like, yep, where that is the end of the stage there, folks. Rhett Tucker is going to come home second position. Bradley in the third. And Justin Michael is going to go back-to-back stage win here, Tim. And I believe, as you mentioned, he has won the last 6 stages now in a row.
Yeah.
Man. And I believe with this break here, what an impressive way. We'll see if we can't get that second place finisher, Rhett Tucker, up interview just to see his point of view there. We saw that battle taking place on the track there between the two guys. It's like Rhett Tucker is not available to be on the radio here. But what a battle it was there, Tim. You know, we saw Rhett Tucker really, overtake there in the 99. The 87 of Justin Michael did a great job of working his way back up there as well. But to overtake that 99, the 99 did a great job of blocking. But we saw how fast the 87 machine was. He went sideways twice, literally 90 degrees sideways, got that car back straight, chased him down twice, overtook and won that stage by 3 seconds.
Yeah, just doing a really great job. I thought he'd used up all his tires when he kept sliding around, but that was not the case. He was still able to get that car around there, and he took off seconds multiple times over Rhett Tucker to reel him back in and get him close. And I want to take a quick look here. That number 1 of Clayton Davis, he has a lot of damage. Let's see how long he may be on pit road. Him and Ted Wade both, yep, Ted Wade is down with all his 4 tires changed. One's down with all his 4. Remember, they both got into each other and smacked the wall off of turn 2 on during that last stage. So it looks like Rhett Tucker came out first down a pit road. So had a really quick pit stop, 14.53, while Justin Michael had a 14.82. And I can't help it. Maybe Justin Michael had a little bit of damage, possibly.
Yeah, we'll check it out here. As we're on lap 78 of 150, we've only had really 2 on-track cautions there, Tim. The rest have been stage breaks here. Your take on the race so far here tonight, Tim? I know we had an exciting battle for the lead up at the top, but do you think anybody else here on the track has anything for Justin Michael or Rhett Tucker there in the 99?
I'll tell you somebody you're going to need to watch out for. He has been quietly just lurking, and he's in that infamous number 29. He's kind of like Kevin Harvick, just lurking in the distance, waiting to strike. So that's going to be somebody I'm going to be watching here as this restart to begin stage 3 comes forth.
That's a good pick there. I'm going to keep an eye out for one of the drivers that I'm looking at is Newbert in that Ford machine. Newbert's kind of laid in wait here the entire race. Maybe he hasn't had the fastest car on the track, but I really feel like in these looking at the next 70 laps or so here, once we go green, we're going to start putting his name into the mix as well there in that Ford, just outside of the top 5 so far. But I feel like the cars in front of him, he's raced them before here in the first couple weeks of NASRA. He knows how they race. He knows how to get around here at the track. Hasn't really had any trouble here tonight so far, Tim. So keep an eye out on that Ford machine just to give maybe Justin Michael a run for his money here at the end.
Yeah, this is gonna be they're gonna have to make green flag pit stops here during this session or during this stage if there are no cautions, and you know, the only time I really think there's gonna be caution is on these restarts when they're all trying to get around each other and have the best start. And this start, watch Bradley in that number 29 Goodwrench Camaro, because he's gonna have a great restart here. I'm telling you right now.
You see right now, Rhett Tucker in the 99 is going to lead them to the restart zone here. 29 of Bradley's right behind him as well. We'll see who gets the better push there. And you see it's a big conjoined restart. Oh, man, big move out of Justin Michael there in the 87 to come down off the top side, get his back bumper right in front of the 29. Now trying to overtake the 99 of Rhett Tucker for that lead once again.
And Rhett pulling away right now. Got a great restart there. Single file all the way back to about the 5th position. And then it's a gaggle of cars behind him. Keith Haney in that 78, able to get around everybody and try to get away, as there's Raw there in 7th place battling with Kyle Hess and Ted Wade in that number 2. And now Dustin Scruggs on the lead lap. He was a lap down that last session, or that last stage. So now he's got to make his way through the field, currently in 10th place in that number 11.
Yeah, the 11's trying to work up back through the field. It'd be something to see where he finishes at the end of this, going a lap down. You see right now going to go to the inside here. He's going to try to go for a 2-for-1 special there. But Bogo's on the track here tonight as he goes back high side. It's going to ride on the back bumper of, I believe, that is Wade right there in front of him there. And that 2 machine, Wade gets a little loose there on the exit of the corner. But right now, Tim, Rhett Tucker is leading the way up there in that 99. But almost like, hey, part 2 and 3, we have seen this movie before here, Tim.
Yeah.
As Justin Michael is coming up in that 87 machine, trying to catch that 99 once again. But we'll see as this green flag run ensues. We saw that 99 do the thing with an awesome restart before, led a bunch of laps, but then all of a sudden you started to see that tire wear come into play. And that 87 of Justin Michael, he was on that sideways twice. You'll see if it's the same movie here once again here to end this race.
I'll tell you what, that stage 2 was really exciting for me. Seeing a guy almost lose control of his car multiple times, but keep it under reps and to prevail and pass the leader and then extend the lead by a huge difference than what he was dealing with before. Because he overcame 2-second differentials behind the 99 when he kept losing control of his vehicle, and then he proceeded to beat the 99 by about 4 seconds. So a lot is to be said about that number 87.
Yeah,
And I think we may have lost Will there for a second. But right now, Rhett Tucker is about a little over a half a second in front of that 87. Keith Bradley in 3rd, Adam Newbert in 4th, and a battle back here between Adam Newbert and that 48 of Robert Richards for 4th place, heading off into turns 3 and 4 right now. And just behind that, Keith Haney in that 78, up to 6th place right now. Kyle Hess just behind him in that number 86. Raw in 8th in that 37. Ted Wade in 9th and Dustin Scruggs in 10th. Scruggs, ever since that incident earlier with that number 2, he's been struggling to get back up there. His car is not as fast as it was there early on in this one, up there near the front. Same with Ted Wade. Both had great cars here tonight, but now both back in the bottom half of the top 10.
Yes, sir. And sorry about that, Tim. I believe this Phoenix Heat has gotten to my for just a split second now. As you see, the 11 of Dustin Scruggs, as you were just mentioning, has now climbed inside the top 10 right there. Got a few cars battling out in front. If he takes these corners just right, he can get a 2-for-1 special here. As you see, the 37 is going to check up there on the exit of the corner. Dustin Scruggs is going to have a run there on the 2, and the 37 is going to follow behind the 37 right there as we head down to the last corner.
Man, now Ted Wade trying to get around Rawl right there. Wade up to 8th spot. Rawl's kind of just been lurking there inside the top 10, trying to make his moves, but he did start outside of the top 10, about 15th place. As it looks like we got a battle back up here for the lead. Don't want to miss that.
Same movie once again here, Tim, just like Hangover Part 2 and 3. As you see, Justin Michael's going to overtake there in the 87 to cross the start-finish line here. Rhett Tucker's going to be right door-to-door hit with him as they cross that start-finish line. As we come around the corner now to that baby backstretch here, that 99 and the 87 are going to go side-by-side here down the backstretch here to battle for the lead here on lap 9.
Oh!
Battling out like Mike Tyson here tonight. And you see right now, this is Ali and Frazier on the track. The 99 is going to go low side. Justin Michael, 87 is going to go high side. Still door-to-door crossing the start-finish line.
And Justin Michael smacked that wall coming down the backstretch. He did have some damage on that outside right side of his vehicle. We'll see if it affects him at all. Probably not, but do it again, and it just might. Oh, and he comes so close to that wall coming off of 4. And now this is helping Bradley catch these two. Bradley's coming into the mix.
Bradley's creeping into the picture here as well. And that 29 catching that backdraft off the 99 as these two are battling out for the lead. Here comes a huge run off the corner there, Tim.
Man, what a great battle here tonight at Phoenix. These guys giving it their all, putting on a great show here. Ooh, Bradley gets close to that wall. Now Michael has been able to put some distance between him and Rhett Tucker, as I'm trying to see if we can't get a good close-up look of that damage. Looks like it may have just been, oh, he smacked the whole right side. There's some damage all over the front of this thing. So we'll see how that affects him the rest of the night.
Crispy, clean cars in victory lane here tonight, Tim, as I believe majority of these drivers have scraped that topside wall here at some point here tonight, whether it was battling with another car or just an unfortunate corner, because these cars fly around this track here tonight. It's almost like that amusement park ride there. I can't remember exactly what it was, Tim, but it was the one that you're on a spindle and it throws you really, really close to the wall, and then you come off the wall.
The
and
scrambler.
It throws you really close to the wall again. It's almost how Phoenix racetrack go low side. You come off from the low side, go to the top side. You're going to come really, really, really close to the wall. You're going to go low side again. As we watch Justin Michael in that 87 take this lap here, he's going to go really, really close to the wall, almost brush it. Going to go low side again. So it's just the constant of going low, high throughout this race here tonight.
Man, and that he keeps getting so close to that outside wall. And now look here, battle for second place. The 29 has caught the 99, trying to go to the inside here. Just planning his attack ever so slightly. And I almost feel like Rhett Tucker struggles on these long green flag runs. It just his car does not seem like it does on the start of these things.
No, that Ford Mustang definitely runs as the green flag runs through. You saw him struggle there at the end of stage 2 to hold off the 87 of Justin Michael, but it was after he had about a 1.5 second, 2 second lead, but you just started to see that gap close. Did an excellent job of blocking the 87 there a few times, but just once the 87 cleared, then you saw that gap spread to about 2-3 seconds there to end that stage out there, Tim. So, oh no, that's not going to help things here, Tim.
Smack that wall really hard on that right side. Man, And I'll tell you
As
something
we
else, Will. I know you've not gotten to experience this yet, but sometimes, and this is going to sound crazy, sometimes your car drives better with the damage than it does without. Because now your car might turn better in the corners.
No, I imagine. I'm almost thinking here tonight. You want that thing just free and loose. I'm gonna knock some arrow just a little bit here at Phoenix. But folks, the reason why we're showing you here these top two cars battling out for second and third position is because these guys have now about a 6-second lead on fourth position. So really the battle's on the track here. Two cars and the leader of Justin Michael, who is now somewhere off in the concession stands there in the first place position. He's got about a 3-second lead there on second place. Feeling like Pepe Le Pew up there in Talladega Nights, sipping on Perrier water, listening to smooth jazz, because can all but cruise to the victory here tonight. The way he's been running this Phoenix racetrack here. Oh man, the 29 just threw a big block on the 99 of Rhett Tucker here. They're still battling out for a second here.
Problem is that
To you though,
29 has got to be able to clear him and hold him off, and now he's fully done that, as now he is going to look to start distancing himself from Tucker, which he is definitely doing now. So now Tucker just in recovery mode. He's going to have to come down pit road, and here's the issue with this. It's going to be a green flag pit stop, most likely. He's not going to be able to repair that damage, because if he repairs anything, he's going to go a lap down.
yeah, that's definitely the case there, Tim. And my question to you there, as we're creeping up, we just crossed the century mark, just a few laps to go here. We're on lap 1. When do you imagine some of these guys will head down pit road?
Oh!
46 laps to go. No, we got a crash between Clayton Davis. 37 of Mesa make contact as well. Man, this has not been the race for Clayton Davis.
And Kyle Hess. So, you know when guys are coming down pit road? Right now! It's funny you asked that, because I was watching them racing so hard, and I said there was probably going to be a caution as we did see that happen. So we're going to go back and take a look at this replay. Man, you know, this is just a product of hard, long green flag racing.
Yeah, and it was something that I was starting to envision there. About 46 laps to go, that window was starting to shut, and window just fly open there like a sliding glass window there. If you have a pool down in Florida, that thing just slides right open. You're jumping in that pool. As it's now, we have our caution on the track. I believe this might be our last pit stops of the night if everything goes according to plan. We're taking a look at that caution now here live on 10-4 broadcasting. And Tim, it has not been Clayton Davis's night here in that one machine.
No, and unfortunately that 86 just gets right into the back of him. 86 gets into 37, slams him into the wall. So a couple of good cars here, really damaged. But man, I feel bad for our Daytona winner.
Yeah, it's not been his race here tonight at Phoenix. Probably best to just go ahead and park that thing here tonight. Did a great job of working his way back up into the mix after being crashed out himself there. Got sideways down onto the apron. Did a great job of working his way back up through the grid, but then again just gets tangled up in an unfortunate event there. But right now we have a new leader on the track there. Tim, looks like Abbott's going to be leading the way there in the 82 machine.
A couple of interesting things here. Looking at, he's going to come down pit road now. You know, that makes me wonder if fuel is tight. Is the fuel window around this time frame? So he waited an extra lap to come down pit road to have more gas than everybody else. That's what makes me think why he thinks he waited. But up front, Adam Newbert, Keith Bradley, Justin Michael, Ted Wade, and Robert Richards. And look at this, Rhett Tucker all the way back to 12th.
Yeah, it's going to be a different ball game here to end things out. But right now we have a new race leader on the track, and that is the guy I told you folks to watch out for there. Adam Newbert's now leading the way here. Basically just laid in the way here the entire race, Tim. Kind of bobbed in and out of the top 5. I saw him down to the 6th, 7th position there for just a moment. But really it just ran a clean race, waited his time, not much damage on that race car up there at the front. Beautiful Ford Mustang machine now leading the way here at Phoenix. And Tim, with about 43 laps to go here, we've seen what the leaders can do. If you can get a good restart here and clear your way, you can run by yourself for a solid 20-25 laps.
You really can. And now, who you talked about watching, actually, both of the drivers that we both talked about watching, sitting here up at the front, Adam Newbert and Keith Bradley. Now, interesting thought here. Newbert had a 7-second pit stop. Okay. Now, that makes me wonder, did he do right sides and gas only? And did Keith take all 4? So, going to be interesting to see where things are going to transpire on this restart. Because if there's anything we've noticed, if you've got old tires at all, you look at what's happened with Davis, and it's not paid off.
Yeah, definitely. You're going to slide worse than Utah did there in the college football rankings after losing to Florida. But now Adam Newbert in that 4 machine is going to lead them down the backstretch here, down into that Geico restart zone. And it all really comes down to this restart there, Tim. I know Keith Bradley has more of the freshy tires there in that 29, but we'll see who takes this restart right here as we're creeping up to that Geico restart zone here. The green flag is in the air. And you see Adam Newbert's going to get just an inch, just a hair to cross that start-finish line down into corner number 1.
Man, and the 29 got a really bad restart. He might lose multiple positions here. Robert Richards looking to the inside of him as it looks like Justin Michael already challenging for the lead right here. Going to the inside of Adam Newbert, takes over that lead. Oh, and multiple drivers in the wall.
And Justin Michael wasted no time in that 87, looking like the DeLorean from Back to the Future there. Just flashed that 87 right up to the top position where he's been all night long there. Cue up the Lionel Richie, because he is not leaving that number 1 spot there like Ludacris. Is leading the way here with 40 laps.
Man, and now Rhett Tucker already back. Oh, the 48 gets a little loose coming off the corner.
Oof.
Rhett Tucker is already back into the top 5. He was in 12th just at the start of this thing.
Yeah, right now they're now just zooming past Adam Newbert in that 4 machine. As you said, he might have only taken 2 tires on that race car. Definitely not the bold strategies that pay off here at Cotton. As you see, he's now losing positions on the track, sliding all the way down to about the 7th position there, Tim. You're going to go from 1st to 7th in less than 2 laps there.
Man, and now up front, Keith Bradley and Justin Michael fighting for position. And then Robert Richards and Rhett Tucker. Whoa, Rhett Tucker really used that side draft coming off of him down into the corner as he now overtakes for 3rd place. Now he sets his eyes on that 29 and that 87. Like I said, that damage may have helped his vehicle. Because, wow.
Yeah, see the 99 right there and the 29 are trying to chase down Justin Michael there in that 87. We're going to cross that start-finish line here on lap 113. Still battling it out right there. You said the 29 had the inside lane there. Wisely files out with that move. He's going to go topside now. Rhett Tucker's going to make a move there on the inside. There goes the 29 to the inside of Justin Michael. They're heading down into the corner. It's the last corner before that start-finish line here. He's going to hold that line on the inside. Not going to be enough as the 87 is going to lead the way out of the corner.
Oh, man, and then the 29 puts a block on the 99 there, heading off into the start-finish line. Now that 99 is going to be putting the pressure on the 29. Now the 29's got to decide, do I keep pushing forward for the 87 or do I fend off the 99?
Yeah, the 29's going to have to make a decision there what he wants to do there in that 2nd position. Still wants to try to make a run on Justin Michael in that 87, but knows the 99 of Rhett Tucker is right there as well. He's been in the top 3 cars majority of the night here, folks. No change yet. No other cars in the mix. We do see some other drivers that have done a great job of working their way back up the grid. As you see now, the 99 of Rhett Tucker is going to try to make a move. Files right back in there. But Tim, some of the, as we're watching this battle ensue here that have jumped off the screen for me right now is Wade in that 2 machine up into the 5th position. We saw him with a few incidences here tonight. Also, Dustin Scruggs is up into the 6th position. So these two cars that we saw earlier getting some testy moments there, not their best race. Actually, Dustin Scruggs went a lap down there in that 11 machine and now worked themselves up into almost the top 5. Dustin Scruggs is just one position off the top 5. But what a great drive out of those two drivers here tonight of working their way back in there and not losing motivation.
Yeah, and also I want to shout out to James Haney in that number 55. He was a lap down previously, up 8 spots since the drop of the green flag, so he's in 9th right now in the top 10. And then Keith Haney in that number 78 in the top 10. And unfortunately, Adam Newbert back in 11th after that pit stop. Made the wrong call, it looks like.
Yeah, not the strategy that he wanted to ensue here tonight. As you see, the 29 is right back on the back bumper of Justin Michael there in that 87 machine as we're digging down into corner number 1. The 29 is going to try to use that draft, but a huge block out of Justin Michael there in that 87 through that back bumper right in front of the 29. The 29 is going to get a little squirrely there, feeling that arrow coming off the back of that race car as we're heading down the baby right now down into the dog leg.
Man, and that 29 is not giving up. Looks like there's a battle back here ensuing as well. We got a whole bunch of 2-wide racing. Robert Richards, Dustin Scruggs,
Whoa.
Phil Pappas, and Brian Abbott all right here fighting for position.
Yeah, this is for a top 5 finish here, folks. We're creeping up on about 30 laps to go. These drivers still want that top 5 on their resume. They might know that their race might not be theirs here tonight at Phoenix. Who knows? Anything can happen. Shout out to Kevin Garnett there. As you see right now, Dustin Scruggs is going to try to make another pass there on Richards on a 48. You feel like every time you go to the inside there on that corner, you have enough speed to make a pass. You just have to file back in there on the exit of the corner. You see Dustin Scruggs right now is just outside of that top 5 there, but look at Wade up into the 4th position there, Tim.
Man, I'm telling you, Wade has really overcome a lot here, especially when you see how banged up his car is. He's been in an accident. He's hit the wall a couple of times, and he's able to bring this thing solidly into the top 5 right now, and he's holding off everybody behind him. They're single file. Robert Richards in 5th, Dustin Scruggs in 11th. Richards is about the only one back here that doesn't have any damage besides the 82 as well.
It looks like, looking at that grid there, Tim, the 29 of Bradley may have caught Justin Michael there in that 87 right there as we have another battle for the lead ensuing here at Phoenix. This race has lived up to where we are at here tonight at Phoenix. It has been hot and heavy on the track just like it is here up in the booth. It is a scorcher here in Phoenix. Man, I don't know why we race this race during the day because I am sweating bullets up here. For the 29 of Bradley is trying to fight his way up into the lead, get up into that cool air as he's right on the back bumper of Justin Michael there in the 87.
A little bit of you got all these songs stuck in my head now with all these phrases that you were using. But yeah, this 29, one heck of he has been wheeling this thing like no tomorrow. He is the biggest mover right now, up 8 spots since the drop of the green flag. He started in 10th, up to 8th right now, or I'm sorry, up to 2nd right now, and he is working on this leader, trying to change his line, seeing what he's going to be able to do to catch him and get around him.
Yeah, and we're going to cross this line now with a quarter to go, 25 laps to go, that is, here at Phoenix. This is week number 3 of NASRA. If you want any information on how to join this fantastic lead, if you're watching along with us here at 10-4 Broadcasting on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitch, go find NASRA, N-A-S-R-A. That's the North American Sim Racing Association on Discord. I believe they might have a Facebook page as well, Tim, if I'm not. But
yes.
This person you want to speak with is Brady LaBeouf. That's the guy that you want to talk to about joining this league here. They are still taking drivers here in this league. We're only on week 3, so you still have a shot at the championship if you can come in hot. We've had 2 different winners so far here in this season. Might be looking at a back-to-back winner here tonight, Tim, and Justin Michael in that 87, but still a chance to join this wonderful league with the wonderful sponsor of Over the Top Designs here in the Over the Top 150.
and he'll be our first back-to-back winner. And he's going to keep, if he wins here tonight, he'll keep the streak alive. We're going to call it the streak now. It's going to be, he will have had won 6 stages in a row. I think that's something that we should keep track of. I find that to be interesting.
Yeah, and the way he celebrated at California last week, he had a little bit of a delay getting to Phoenix here, even though it's just a few-hour drive across the state there to Phoenix, Arizona. I believe it's about a 4 or 5 hour drive from Auto Club there, if I'm not mistaken. Got here late, actually didn't have much practice in that 87. Jumped in during qualifying, was off the pace during qualifying, didn't like how he ran there. We interviewed him just after his Stage 1 victory. But Tim, I'm ecstatic in that race car here tonight. And as I mentioned, maybe not practicing is paying off for him here tonight.
Yeah, I think it might be. Just like you said earlier. Oh, Michael Call, I didn't see. I'm glad I've got my stuff kind of covered up. I'm glad you were able to tell Michael Call how to join the league. But I forgot what you asked.
About that 87 not practicing.
Oh, yes, that's right. That's one track mind here. I can't do multiple thoughts. But yeah, I mean, I've literally had this experience as well. There was a truck race at Texas. I didn't turn one single lap of practice. Ended up fighting for the lead, coming home in second place in a league race at Texas in the trucks. And I didn't have a lick of practice. Typically, I myself do not practice because I don't have the time. I just kind of practice when a practice session is up. Jump in the car, get out there, and turn my laps. But, I mean, for a guy like maybe Rhett Tucker spent hours and hours practicing, sitting in third place right now, you're kind of like, man, what is that guy doing different than I am? After all that practice.
Yeah, and we're taking a look at that 87 of Justin Michael is still leading the way here. Maybe we can take an onboard ride with that 87 to get an insight of how he is dominating this track here tonight. As we mentioned, not much practice here. So we see him digging down into the corner right now. He's going to go low side, basically tap that yellow line. We're going to catch him right on the exit of the last corner here. Going to cross that start-finish line here with 18 laps to go. 19 laps, excuse me, there. As we're right digging down into the corner number 2 here. He's going to tap that yellow line. Going to keep it low as much as he can there, Tim. He's going to keep low. Going to let that thing drift up to the top side. Basically straighten out that wheel just a little bit. You see the red line on that steering wheel there. Going to go right down low side. And going to keep it about middle pace right there on that guy start zone. He's going to cross that line here with 18 laps to go. But really hitting consecutive lines around this track here, not really letting that wheel go straight too much, keeping it at just a little bit of an angle. I think that's why he's able to hit these corners so well, is he's not straightening out that wheel at all.
Yeah, he's that's one of the big things here in iRacing is keeping the wheel as smooth as possible. I think that's one thing a lot of people don't focus on. For me, like I've noticed, if you're chopping the block, as I like to say, you got the wheel, you're kind of chopping it, you're not able to keep the speed that you have if you were just making those smooth transitions, smoothly making that turn in, turn out, because one thing, if you can hear your tires squealing in these cars as you're going through a turn, you're pushing those tires too far. And a lot of people don't listen for that. And it's an indicator of how much you're pushing that car and how much tire wear you're giving yourself.
Yeah, you gotta let those Goodyear Eagles fly here at Phoenix. Right now, Justin Michael's going to cross that line here with about 16 laps to go here, Tim. And I know it's not everybody's favorite sports to watch during the Olympics, but this almost reminds me of watching competitive figure skating. The way he is able to hit these corners here, he's just sliding through each corner, keeping it calm, keeping it collected. It's almost like I want a nice remix track of like Adele or something in the background. As the way he's hitting these corners, down into the low side, drifting back up to the top side. It's very tranquil the way he's able to dominate this racetrack here tonight at Phoenix.
Yeah, it really is. And listen, just looking back at last week, it's a mile and a half, or I'm sorry, I think California might be 2 miles. Auto Club, able to dominate there. It comes to Phoenix, smaller track, different bankings, different kind of different driving method here at Phoenix, and he pulls it off like it's nothing.
Just ticking down the laps here tonight. This is week number 3 of the North American Sim Racing Association. We've had 2 different winners so far here, but looks like we might have a back-to-back winner here tonight in Justin Michael. Foreseeing anything crazy here with about 13 laps to go here, Tim. He has been the fastest race car on the track without a doubt. No competition really up there. Once there is competition, he clears the leader and just takes off from second position. We've seen that happen multiple times here tonight. We've seen him chase down leaders as well. We've seen him so fast he's had to slide that car sideways to maintain, and then chases down the leader once again. So without a doubt, the fastest car on the track here tonight.
Yeah, doing a fantastic job. And actually, let's take a look at that best lap times. Looks like Tucker ran the best lap at 27.76, but look at Michael, 27.79.
Yeah. Yeah, taking a look at the lap times there, it's just really not even a competition yet, Tim, because the way he's just hitting these tracks, or hitting these corners, excuse me, he is just taking off from the rest of the field. And although Bradley's still in the mix, only about, looking at the lap times and the intervals there, it's only about 2 seconds behind. It's really not going to be enough. The next closest guy to him is going to be Rhett Tucker there in the 3rd position, but Rhett Tucker is so right now with 10 laps to go. Even though he's running faster lap times, he just doesn't have the amount of laps to catch the 87.
No, he does not. With 10 to go, and he is about... look at these seconds back. Bradley's almost 2 seconds back. Rhett Tucker's 3.3. Wade 5. Almost 6 seconds. Scruggs 7 seconds. Richards 10 seconds. And then it just drops after that. But unfortunate for Newbert in that number 4. Made a call on pit road all the way back to 10th place right now.
Yeah, that's unfortunate there from Adam Newbert. Tried to take a gamble of only taking 2 tires there. We saw it on the beginning flag run. It just wasn't the strategy that's going to ensue there at the end. Started to see him getting passed by multiple cars, and now you see him trying to keep pace there down into some of these cars. Have had trouble here tonight. Clayton Davis in that one machine. You see Haney down there as well. 37 of Mezzo. This is a surprise tonight. We've also seen him tangled up just a little bit. But the 37 is going to have a lot stronger run than what we've seen here tonight. But right now, it's not really maintaining. He's really just slipping. He's running that tail end of the pack there. Really just trying to look forward to next week there, Tim, in that 4 machine.
Yeah, next week I believe we're at Texas. So we will be traveling to the Lone Star State. Oh, in the 55! Woo! The leader does not want to see that right now.
No, that would have definitely thrown a monkey wrench into the 87's plan there, as we have 6 laps to go here at Phoenix. All but wrapped up here, folks. The leader has about a 2-second lead there. We almost saw the worst case scenario there. The 55 got loose there. Almost brought out a caution there that's not 7 wants to see. Although, Tim, we've seen him on restarts as well. He takes off like an Elon Musk rocket there on those restarts. But right now, still hitting these corners here at Phoenix with about 6 laps to go. 5 laps to go here at Phoenix.
You know, and he just keeps improving that distance between him and second place up to 2.5 seconds. I'm a huge shout out to Ted Wade. Really, that car is just smacked to beyond belief on that right side, but he has kept it in the top 5 in 4th place right now, and he has a good 2-second lead over Scruggs, and it's gonna be a solid finish for that team tonight.
Yeah, what a way to maintain. We've seen it out of a few drivers here tonight, Tim. You get in early trouble, kind of bang around that race car around the track. But as long as you can maintain, keep your focus, keep your motor on the track, you can still rummage a good finish here tonight. Right now, as well as Dustin Scruggs there in at 11 is going to finish with a top 5 as well. If everything holds the way it is right now on the track. But Tim, I am still impressed with the 87 of Justin Michael with 3 laps to go. Throw up those threes. Rest in peace, because that 87 is basically taking parade laps around the track now here at Phenix.
Yeah, just waiting for that checkered flag to wave. Man, my train of thought just totally lost as he's catching some lap traffic here of Rawls in that number 37, who, I expected him to have a really great day today in 13th right now. Unfortunately, about to go a lap down, but looks like he's got some damage, probably some damage from that earlier incident where he just had nowhere to go. Car came down into him, slanted into that inside wall, so then it just became a battle for the rest of the night here at Phenix as we come to the white flag right here. The 87, just a Sunday cruise here in that number 87. Going to bring home a second victory in a row. First driver to do so here in the Xfinity Series. Brought to you today by the Over the Top Designs. I want to thank them for coming on board. And huge shout out to Michael for bringing home a back-to-back victory here tonight at Phenix. Oh, as he almost scrapes the wall again. Checker flag is out. Keith Bradley in second. Rhett Tucker bringing it home in third. Ted Wade fourth. Dustin Scruggs fifth. Robert Richards going to bring it home in sixth. Oh, he's trying to get it there. Keith Haney bringing it home in seventh. Phil Pappas in eighth. Brian Abbott in ninth. And Kyle Hess in that number 86 bringing home a solid top 10.
Sir, and I believe the only worries that Justin Michael had in the 87 in the last 15 or 20 laps or so is where they're going to have the celebration dinner here tonight, as he had no competition for the last 50 laps or so, as he's going to burn those Goodyear Eagles down there right in front of those fans that are on the front stretch that were waiting for that 87 to cross victory lane.
Yeah, and I'm looking through the waiting room, just seeing, make sure get everybody in here. Man, what a what a way to go back to back too. Just able to really, if there was a time that I may have been flustered as in his shoes, when I kept trying to make that pass on Rhett Tucker and getting sideways in turns 1 and 2, that would have been a mental thing for me.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry, Tim, but if you're watching a live with us here on 10-4 Broadcasting, he's doing my style of the burnout, where you put that front nose against the top side wall and you burn that thing down there, man stands. It's cool to burn it down, straight down, but it's even better when you put that nose against the wall and you burn that thing down, looking like a Snoop Dogg concert inside of that cabin right now. Burning it down there on the front stretch, and it is well deserved out of Justin Michael in the 87.
Well, let's roll on over to interviews. I've been able to catch up with somebody I have not interviewed in a very long time. Rhett Tucker brings it home in third place tonight.
What's up, Tim?
Man, I feel it's probably been like 2 years since I've heard that voice.
Really? Dang, it's been a while.
It really has. Because I remember when 10-4 Broadcasting first started, this was the first place that we started was with NASRA, and I've just been telling Will, I'm telling you, Rhett's gonna win. He's gonna pull off one of these things.
Man, I was hoping to. I felt like I had something for him, but I smacked the wall too good a couple of times, and honestly, I'll take the third place salvage, man. It's I'm usually fast here. I'm just pretty bummed that I made a mistake like that, but I'll take it.
What's the most difficult part about this track?
Well, for me tonight, it was coming out of turn two. Um, if you don't diamond it, like driving in deep and really check up and then try to exit low, then you got to deal with a tight race car coming off the corner, and mine just went straight towards the wall, and I didn't take my foot out of it because I didn't want to give up too much time, but I wound up losing more time by smacking the wall. But it's really, I think I'm better here at night, honestly, for some reason. But I was really just fighting a tight race car all night or all day.
And I'll say that uh, when the track is hot, that it like it typically is here at Phoenix, those cars just handle so differently than like you said at the nighttime. But I mean, the third place after the great battles you were having tonight. That during that second stage, was it kind of you just driving your line and making him make the mistakes? Because there's a couple times he just about took you out.
Yeah, I know. I was definitely watching my mirror. I had good racing with Justin and Keith. We were close and respectful, but I wasn't just gonna pull over and give it to him. Right? It was I wanted the stage win, honestly, so I was gonna make him work for it, but he did, and he was a lot better at saving his stuff than I was. But
Which is crazy because you would have thought all that sliding around would have really messed with the heat of the tires, the tire temperatures, and just made it even slicker for him.
right, well, we'll go check his car out at the tech trailer after this.
All right. Well, congratulations on your third place finish. Anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Thanks for doing the broadcast still, man. It's good to hear from you again. Hopefully I'll talk to you next week. NASRA for putting the whole deal on. Malware Bites for hanging out on the car still, and everybody that watches, thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Rhett. Well, good luck. We'll see you next week at Texas, I believe.
See ya.
And Will, that was Rhett Tucker, driver of that number 99. And you could tell by his voice that he was, disappointed in the mistakes that he made getting into the wall. And just like racing in real life, you're out here. These guys are competing for a championship. I mean, there is stuff on the line. There's a championship fee that the guys pay at the beginning of the season, and then they pay every week to race. So there's stuff on the line.
For sure, Tim, as you see him battling out there, you could hear the disappointment in his voice, as you just mentioned there. Just didn't have anything for Justin Michael in that 87. Not a lot of people did here tonight. But as you mentioned, I think we're just awaiting the time for that 99 to cross victory lane in the first position. Really strong here tonight, battled it out, came home with a third place finish. Not the worst, finish you can have compared to where some of the other drivers finished that we saw racing up there as well in that lead pack, but still wants to put that 99 in victory lane. We can tell there in the tone of his voice.
Yeah, he really does. Uh, but I'm gonna go ahead. I'll let you interview the winner. How's that?
Yeah, sounds good
All
to me.
right.
I'll run down to victory lane.
I went ahead and pulled in Keith Bradley. Man, Keith, I'm telling you, at one point, Will asked me, who am I watching for? Like, who do I think has a chance? And I actually told him he needed to watch out for that 29 car. You were driving the wheels off that thing tonight.
Oh, 100%. I know I got into the 19 or no, the one, and I want to apologize to him. First off, I drove it in way too hard into turn one there and just slid the front. There was nothing I could do. I had it all locked up. Man, it was fun though.
I'm telling you, you started in 10th place, able to bring it up there, fighting with the leaders. Is there anything you could have done differently to get around that 87?
Uh, Man, really honestly, I don't know because I was driving the heck out of the car. I think he just saved a little more than I did, and he really started to pull away. So, I mean, I wish there was. I was not looking forward to a yellow coming out because I don't think I could have survived that. No, there was one point where I got to the inside of him and thought I could do something, and I couldn't.
it's you know when uh, you made that contact with the number one car, it's one of the things I struggle with here at Phoenix is overdriving these corners because even if you overdrive it just a little bit, you know, bad things can happen and it makes me look like the bad guy. Um, is is it easier to slam on the brake or just kind of take what happens as a result of
I think you
just riding through it per se?
I think you kind of just gotta ride through it. Kind of got what you got. I hate to sound like that and be that way, but like, yeah, I drove it in hard because I think we were 3 or 4 to go in the stage. Was trying to get some stage points because I've missed a couple races, trying to make up for lost ground. And man, I drove it in there. I thought I'd left him enough room. Unfortunately, I didn't. Got into him, and I hate that I got into him. And I apologize to Clayton if he's listening. My bad, man. It wasn't on purpose. Honestly, this is probably my second race in this car at this racetrack. I struggled in practice, struggled in qualifying, and was surprised that I actually finished second.
I mean, you really kept the car clean. Looking at even Rhett Tucker had a lot of damage. Ted Wade had damage. Dustin Scruggs. So out of everybody in the top, you really just kept that car clean. And I also was noticing you were riding around in a different line than everybody else. Everybody else was trying to always be down by that yellow line. You were taking it easy and taking that outside lane and just keeping. You weren't losing any ground. You were keeping it and sometimes gaining on these guys. So the line you were running was really working for you, and I loved watching that because I love seeing guys step out and take different lines than everybody else. So that was great. But congratulations on your second place finish here tonight. Anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, Dan's Top Notch Eating and Cooling. He sponsors us on Friday nights with the Triple M Pulling Truck Series. Thank him, John Hedrick over at Over the Top Designs, Elite Performance Industries. They've really helped me a lot in the past 6 months or so. All my teammates, Ted Wade for one, he was helping me in my ear tonight while he was racing. And then everybody that showed up, and then you guys for broadcasting, and Brady for putting all this together. I know we all really enjoy it.
Yeah, it's a great group of guys, week in and week out. It's only week 3, but it's been great racing every week. Next week is Texas. You got anything for them at Texas?
We'll see. Maybe we can take this momentum in there and advance the position one more spot.
Awesome. Well, congratulations on your second place victory. We'll see you next week at Texas.
Thank you.
That was Keith Bradley in that number 29 man. Well, he was. I want to say if he was not one of the hottest drivers here tonight because he was just so calm and collected on the racetrack. Unfortunately, did get into the one a little bit, but I mean it's just a part of the racing, here at Phoenix. It's you can't make a mistake, and guys around you can't think that it was on purpose, especially when you know how hard people are pushing.
No, that 29 did a great job of staying in contention the whole race. Never really saw the 29 outside of the top 4, top 5 throughout tonight's race. Did a great job of coming home with a podium finish, though. So, Wade, Scruggs up there as well. The 29 really rode in the third position majority of the race. It was a great job to overtake Rhett Tucker in that 99 machine to come home second.
Yeah, but I believe you've caught up with our race winner in Victory Lane.
I believe rating with the man one back to back like Jersey Drake here tonight. He wins at Auto Club. He parties in California. He delays his trip to get his practice session in. He's slow during qualifying in his standards, but he definitely was not slow on the track. Justin Michael, you are our back-to-back champion here in NASRA. You essentially dominated here at Phoenix. There was twice we saw you have to check up because you were so fast on the track. Take us through tonight's race and what led you to just make this track just one of just put on a
I tell you, we really like this track, and I don't run these cars too much, so I guess it was just a little bit of a learning experience there that first run. But I I don't know, just been these cars have been clicking lately. Really been able to save tires on the long run, and it was helping a lot that they were running a really weird line in 1 and 2, and I know they were destroying their tires, so that was helping me a ton. I was just laying back, letting them do it, and after about 20 laps, it would just pay off, and I'd drive away from them.
Yeah, we saw that there. We saw you had to battle for the lead. I think maybe Tucker in that 99. We saw you, as I mentioned, you went completely sideways because you had so much speed on those corners. You lost almost about a second because of that, but each time you were able to chase down the leader once again. Did you feel inside of that race car here tonight that you had the fastest car on the track and it was just whether or not you could pass that car in the lead to get up there?
Definitely in the long run, we knew we had one of the fastest cars. Short run, I don't know. We didn't really have a short run to just go all out with, but I don't know. I don't think I would have did good on a very short run, but yeah, we got loose there a couple times, and just the end of one was super loose for some reason. And if you hit the brakes too hard, it would just try to go around. And I was right up on his bumper, and I know he probably braked a little early, to kind of mess me up, which I probably would have did the same. So, but yeah, once we got around him, I think we just up and left him because, like I said, it's just the long run was great here for this car.
Yeah, we saw it here tonight. Speaking with Justin Michael, the winner here at Phoenix, absolutely put on a clinic here in one of the most difficult racetracks. We saw a lot of cars brush that topside wall, but we looked at your driving here tonight. It's kind of a weird analogy in competition, the way you were just able to slide to the inside, slide to the top side. What do you think it is about Phoenix that it's so comfortable for you?
You just have to be really smooth to save tires. If you get down there on the dog leg too low, I mean that thing's really bumpy. It starts throwing the car over the long run. That just really slows you down. That's why you never really saw me down there that much. But it's just you got to be really smooth and save the tires here in the long run, and you can tell it really pays off. If you kill them early, it's gonna make you super slow. The last half of that lane.
Man, and you were just that here tonight. You were smooth as a pair of silk pajamas here. To next week, we go to the great state of Texas. I know Auto Club and Phoenix, definitely not the same, but almost the same dimensions with the corners and everything. Do you feel that you can carry this momentum into Texas next week and make it 3 in a row?
Hope so. We'll definitely give it a shot. I do like Texas a lot more than this place. Um, so if we can. Last time I were in there, we did some stuff and was able to really do good on the long run. So I'm interested to see what'll happen.
Yeah, man. Well, speaking with Justin Michael here, back-to-back champion here in the National North American Sim Racing Association, and Justin, we're 3 weeks far. You know, of course, went back-to-back here. Daytona wasn't your race per se. How you feeling the rest of the way here in this season? I know we're looking forward to Texas next week. You just spoke about that, but do you feel like, a couple weeks into the season that maybe you're the top dog of the table so far?
There's a lot of good tracks coming up that I like. A couple not so much. I think Road America will be a learning experience. I did really good there in the Cup cars, but they're completely different than these things anymore. So that one's going to be pretty rough. I think we'll see. But yeah, we got some good tracks coming up. So it'll be fun. I think we'll watching. I think it'll be a good show for everyone.
Awesome. Well, it was definitely a show for the folks at home here tonight. Speaking with Justin Michael, you put on a show how to win at Auto Club as deal here with this first place finish. We'll let you get back to celebrating here at Phoenix. We'd love to give you drivers the opportunity to shout out anybody that you have watching, any sponsors on the side of that race car, or where they.
Yeah, just everybody out there watching. Always a good show, and my friend Darren out there, he's always watching, cheering me on. So he was texting me after that race, and John for putting on the sponsor of the league. Definitely appreciate that, and Scott Patton out there for painting this awesome car.
Awesome. Well, shout out to those people as well. And shout out to you, Justin, for dominating here at Phoenix. It wasn't much competition for you on the track, just a couple incidences you had to battle, but once you did, as you mentioned, you just cleared the way, and then after that, it was a easy Sunday for you here at Phoenix. Once again, a huge congratulations on the race victory here tonight from us here at 10-4 Broadcasting. Cannot wait to see what you have in store for us here at Texas and next week at the North American Sim Racing Association. Man, Justin, have a feel good after going back to back here, all that work you put in here in this series, but we cannot wait to see you next week and have a great rest of your night.
Thanks, guys. We'll see you next week.
Man,
was
it's
Justin.
Oh, sorry.
No, Tim. We're both excited about how Justin was able to dominate this race here tonight.
Yeah, and it just, a lot of people don't like to watch dominated races, but this is different. I mean, he didn't, he dominated. Yes, he won every stage, but we had a lead battle lap after lap, the 29, the 99, and in the beginning it started with the 1, the 11, the 2. It's just I love to be able to what's it called, broadcast for these leagues where it's really anybody's game and it's a great race from beginning to end.
Yeah, it really was. I mentioned there as we were wrapping up interviews there, he had to battle a couple times, Michael there in the 87 and Rhett out. But what really impresses me past the race victory from Michael there in the 87 is how some of these drivers had early trouble, bounced around the wall, got in some incidents there, and worked their way back up into the top five. I'm looking at Wade in that 2 machine, Dustin Scruggs in the 11. You spoke about Haney in that 78 as well, and then on the flip side of that, Tim, a few drivers that we thought were going to have great days. You have Raul Meza down there in the 13th position. Clayton Davis, who we thought was going to really run a good race here at Phoenix, down into 12th, and then Adam Newbert, just a bad decision there on that last pit stop.
Yep.
So, a lot of different storylines just past the race victory there for Justin Michael. I know we all watched him dominate, but a lot of other drivers, really did a good job of keeping the contention here tonight.
Yeah, and I want to take a look and see if I didn't look at point standings. So heading into tonight, Dustin Scruggs was your leader. Adam Newbert was in second. He was only 14 points behind Scruggs. Clayton Davis was in third. Kyle Hess was in fourth. James Haney in fifth. Rhett Tucker was tied for fifth, actually, with James Haney. Raw and tied for seventh with Richards. And let's see, Justin Michael was in 13th place. So after tonight's race, right now he is 40. Looking at this, he is 44 points back from the leader. So this tonight will be 2 wins. It's going to be a big points boost for him too.
Oh, definitely there. It's going to put him probably at the top of the table here after this week, heading into Texas next week here in the North American Sim Racing Association. Trying to go 3 in a row, trying to have that turkey dinner, Tim.
Yeah, and Michael, I am trying to see if I can't get you a link for this series. Let me know if this works. I just sent it. I don't know if it's going to work for you. I've sent it in the YouTube channel. I hope that works for you. If not, I'll try to maybe find you on Facebook and get that to you. You're welcome, Michael. But yeah, a great racing here tonight. Can't wait for Texas. Texas will be a lot of fun, I believe. Mile and a half track, higher banks. You got that front stretch that kind of, it's almost like you got like a half a turn coming out to the straightaway and then a turn back in to go into turn 1. So different racing than what we saw here tonight. And I'm excited for next week. I'm excited for the rest of the season. But want to thank Over the Top Designs for coming on board for this Xfinity series. Looking forward to seeing what we can do to work with them, as well as get you more information about them. Got the logo, and I didn't know much about it. I'm sorry. But next week, I promise I will either have some designs for you, some more information, so that way you can check them out. But from all of us here at 10-4 Broadcasting, I want to thank you for joining us. Don't forget, next week we'll be back at the same time, 8:25, qualifying at Texas right here on 10-4 Broadcasting. And we will see you